Well, the words "I'm pregnant," many women dream of the day they'll get to say it, but for some, it takes much longer. There's heartbreak and loss along the way. News 8's Brenna Donnelly joins me now. You might have seen her announcement last weekend on Daybreak that she and her husband are expecting their first baby in July. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Along with that, though, you opened up really deeply and vulnerably, I might add, and blessed a lot of other women with a Facebook post about the whole emotional journey of infertility and loss and miscarriages along the way. So we so appreciate you coming on to share that with us. That means a lot to us because I know a lot of people that resonates with a lot of women. And
I was surprised by that. How many?
Were you really? How many there were that opened up to you and just thanked you for sharing that? Can you give us a high level about your journey and then how you felt with each one?
Well, we thought we could plan it, which is kind of funny to think about right now. Like my husband and I literally, after we got married and we knew we always wanted to have kids, we literally like looked at a calendar and thought we could plan it. And it became quickly apparent that we couldn't. Even just after the first month when we didn't get pregnant, I started Googling. I was like, why am I pregnant?
Really?
Well, because everyone would say, I mean, and they joke about it too. They say, oh man, my wife is some kind of fertility goddess. I look at her and she gets pregnant.
I look at her and she's
I'm like, cool. And
it wasn't that way.
It didn't happen. And I'm thinking 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and I'm starting to get worried.
Did you get surmounting anxiety with each month?
You bet.
Okay.
And I got stressed because I still had to go to work. So did my husband. And we were looking for answers, and Google can only help so much, you know. And I did find 1 or 2 friends on that trying to conceive journey, which made a huge difference. But obviously we're still getting negative pregnancy tests month after month after month after month. And we've got this thing over our head that said, what if? And what if you never get pregnant at the same time? And so after a year of trying and some medical intervention, they said, you know, you have unexplained infertility, good luck.
So there was no real sure answer as to
and
why.
So many women have that, no real answer as to why. And amazingly, against odds, we did get pregnant. And I can't tell you, Anessa, actually I can tell you, we have video of it. Me telling my family at 4.5 weeks how happy, how pregnant we were. And so here's my parents reacting. We were pretending to take a picture, and I just told them, 3, 2, 1, I'm pregnant, and just their cheers and hugs, and I mean, we were just thrilled and crying and so happy.
You were relieved in all of those moments of the look on your face.
Because we thought we'd be IVF, we thought, I mean, adoption, I mean, those are great options, but we didn't want to have to do that. And so about 48 hours, maybe 3 days, 4 days after this, I started to feel sick, and not that healthy pregnancy nausea, but pain, lots of pain. And we lost Poppy, that first baby, at 5 weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We lost 2 more babies after that. Here they are. This is Bud, with just nicknames, right? Rosebud. And then Bo, our little rainbow. So 3 miscarriages at 5, 8, and 9 weeks over the course of the year. And I'm still going to work, mind you, through all this. In fact, there was one Saturday, Daybreak, after we lost the second baby, and I had come back to work too early, which is a thing, by the way, women don't come back to work too early. I burst into tears in a commercial break. Right there.
Did you really?
I did, and a few people, and one person in the newsroom had known what was going on, and so I just had to say it. And Wish TV, I mean, you know, the people who work here.
They're awesome.
Marcus Bailey started reading the news, and Joe Malillo drove in to sub for me, and Carla sent me home, and I was home for several days recovering from that. Huge experience.
Well, you've had the confidence to share this. And so many women, it's kept secret. You guys read her Facebook post, because I read it out loud. My husband and I were crying together. But you said you felt broken and no tools to fix it, which resonated with so many. But how did you have the confidence to share it?
Probably 2 things. One was that I did have good news. I didn't want to share a hopeless story. I wanted to be able to share some hope, and I knew that I couldn't share the announcement about baby Cub without referencing his older siblings. And then the other thing is I started going to grief counseling. Just once a week, 45 minutes. But the lady I was, my therapist, had also had experience, personal, with infant loss and family, and had a religious point of view, and took the confused, tangled yarn of what I was feeling and how I'd never experienced anything like this, and just unraveled it with me. And
She
it
just unpacked everything.
Just made a huge difference. And I thought, I want other people to know that they're not alone in their balls of yarn.
Right, about alone in your balls of yarn. That's right.
It's just
That's
a
right.
tangle of emotion.
So the wonderful news is that this baby that you're with now is how many weeks?
17. We round up, though. It's 18 if I round up.
Okay, baby cub. When are you
Baby
due?
cub, due July 21st.
Okay.
If all goes well,
Yes.
it'll go full term. This is how I announced to my coworkers. I just sent you guys this email with baby on board. But we've had fun round 4, telling people and saying, you know what, we're going to be grateful for every day that we're pregnant. And we have ultrasounds all the time. I'm super high risk.
Yep.
But
You're being well cared for by your medical team.
And we cherish every day.
And gender reveal on Sunday.
Coming up. Yep. So we switch our pronouns. I'll refer to cub as a him and then a her and then a him and then a her.
So you don't know yet.
I actually do know.
Okay, she does know. We're going to find out.
I'm going to let my family know and our little
Next
triple
week.
rainbow babies.
That's so wonderful. How's it been so far? Have you been sick? Have you had craving? My audience knows about my cravings. What about yours?
I have actually been sick my first trimester, which I wasn't with my first 3.
So it's a good sign,
And a lot of people say that's a
everybody.
good sign, except they would be
Absolutely.
thrilled that I was throwing up. And I'm like, can we not be thrilled about that? Because I'm really sick.
Right.
But no, I was just really nauseous those first 3 months and didn't eat. I ate like a meal every other day. It was awful.
Wow.
But I'm feeling so much better now. I mean, I went to Africa. I flew 16 hours overseas.
You look amazing. You're
and
glowing.
I felt good. And
Yeah.
I have maternity pants now.
Woohoo.
We're going to make it.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to make it.
That's right. Okay. Anything? You had an experience on air that was hard to get through because she was so entirely nauseated,
And I couldn't-
but you did it. What was that
I couldn't
experience?
tell anyone either because I was so early. It was on Thanksgiving. And
Oh,
I'm
no.
anchoring with Randy and Drew, and our sweet producer's like, hey, let's try out weird Thanksgiving foods on air.
Were you like,
Turkey flavored Pringles and stuffing flavored almonds. And so I did. And Drew knew I was pregnant, and she goes, you okay? You okay? And I'm like, I'm
we
not
have
okay.
great people here that
We
we're
made it.
watching out for you. Any one more thing you'd like for women to know that have been through a miscarriage or are going through one now?
Talk to other women, even women who haven't had a miscarriage. The more you open up, and you feel like you can open up, and you'll know when you get to that point, the more you open up, the more it becomes normal and supportive, and people can reach out and help you in ways you didn't know that they could. Just sending a note or a card or flowers. My friend sent me a box full of yellow things and said, here's your box of sunshine.
Oh, I love it.
Just talk to women, talk to men and women,
Yeah.
and let them know what's
Let
you're
yourself be
experiencing.
supported. Brenna, I can't thank you enough for sharing your story and your pain and
without crying. I did it
congratulations.
without crying.
Yes, congratulations for sharing it with our all Indiana audience. We all love you. We can't wait to watch you on this journey. She's going to come back for more updates. I
Ditto,
promise you
girl,
guys.
ditto.
Thank you. That's right, Team Mama, right, Randall?